Recently, I showed you guys a look at my custom Lego Peacemaker. Then I showed you the process of making my Lego Vigilante. Now it's time to make the rest of the 11th Street Kids with some help from Bricklink by a seller known as Amazingly Amazing, and from Brickforge for some accessories. Lots of cool things here that I will be showing off in future videos here on the account. But for now, there's just a few things in here that are going with the Peacemaker figures. More specifically, this nightstick, which I will be using for Emilia Harcourt. This is her in her outfit from the intro from Season 1, as well as the bar fight from Season 2, in which she does use a nightstick. The torso is pretty simple. It is a swimmer torso from Collectible Minifigures, and I just repainted it flesh. I did that some time ago, so it's a little bit sloppy by today's standards. What I didn't paint a long time ago was this face, which is just an Elsa Schneider face from Indiana Jones, which I repainted the eyes green to match Jennifer Holland's. And the hair is that standard female hairpiece, which I think actually captures her hair pretty well and maybe even better than any other Lego hair. That's Harcourt. John Economos here is a pretty simple yet effective minifigure. The only painted part is his head, where I took an Indiana Jones head and added the beard and glasses. Since Economos is often called Dyebeard, I made sure that his beard color did not match his hair color. I mixed orange, red, and brown to make this. And of course, there is a little bit of gray in that beard. The hair is a more modern piece than I would usually use for my figures, but I do think it gets the job done. The torso is a pretty new piece too, but I usually don't care when that's the case. This is from a Ron Weasley figure. These legs are actually from Indiana Jones, but I replaced the legs with plain dark tan legs and erased kind of haphazardly the printing on the waist there. Then I just gave him a coffee cup and called him Dyebeard. Here's the finished product for Leota Adebayo. I'm very happy with how this minifigure turned out. Painting some of these details on her torso were pretty challenging, including the pride braid. One thing I'll mention here is that the face is a more modern face than I would normally use. That is because Lego didn't really make any black female heads until maybe 2015, so the options are somewhat limited, though they've gotten a lot better at that in recent years. Didn't paint her nose ring. I did try, but since she doesn't have a nose, it was kind of hard to get that detail across. Here are the 11th Street Kids all together, finally. If you couldn't tell by now, I am super proud of the final product. For the next part of this series, I will be upgrading my Peacemaker minifigure. Thanks for stopping by.